Hi, welcome to Friday Sews. Friday Sews was created by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Thank you so much, Jen, for doing this, for creating this amazing online community. And if you see something just behind me, I have had to make this week a banner to celebrate something. I have got over 500 subscribers. Had to put the plus sign there. I didn't think I'd have 5 subscribers, or if I did, they'd be ones I'd paid to watch or family I bribed, but I'm amazing. I've got over 500 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, for just listening to a complete amateur waffle on about all the things they sew rather than bore my family. And if ever there was a proof that Friday Sews is the most amazing community, today I received from Adam Sews a gift in the post. Now, last week, Adam put up some zip bags that he had made. I was proud of my little drawstring bag. But watching Adam and some of the things he creates, his precision, his talent for matching fabrics, well, he sent me a gift and it is one of his amazing zip bags. Isn't that incredible? And it's in my favourite colour. So I was amazed by that. So inside, I've only had it about an hour and I've already put all my scissors in. So I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4 scissors and a rotary cutter in there already, and it holds it all. And this is going to be ideal for me because I've got my 2 young grandsons. They keep venturing into my sewing room, and I'm not very good at putting everything away at the end of the sewing session. So this means I can put them all in here, I can zip them all away, and I can put them high up on a shelf so they can't get to them. But oh God, isn't it amazing? I'll put the link to his channel and also the episode where he showed all about these bags. You can buy them from him on a website. I can't believe he gave me one as a gift. I'm thrilled. Thank you, Adam. Amazing. Now, I also want to give a shout out to a new Friday Sews contributor. We've been chatting a bit, and I know she's done, I think, YouTube for a couple of years, potentially, just bits and bobs about her retirement. But we've really clicked, the two of us. Her name is Deb. It's Deb's Way. She did her first Friday Sews last week, so I'll try and put a link to that. We bonded because both of us had awful sewing experiences at school. She had a very similar time to me. I had an awful sewing teacher who really didn't like me. She said I was useless. She said I wouldn't achieve anything. Well, look at me now, as they say. But she had a very similar thing. I even failed my O level in sewing. So you do O levels and then you go on to A levels and whatever. But so O levels was quite a low grade, and I even failed that. So just to give a shout out, Deb, have a go at watching her. She's really great and she's just as talented as the rest of us. She doesn't think she is either. She's a very good quilter and she's just moving into garment sewing. So I just wanted to say, hi, Deb. Welcome to Friday Sews. Right, okay. So I've got loads to tell you. So I don't want this to be a really long video because I know sometimes it can be. So what did I make last week? I made those camo shorts for my husband. This is going to be part of the He Made June 22 challenge. So this is kind of a sneak peek already of these shorts. They were the quick sew ones. I made the short version, pockets in the sides, pockets in the back, K4045. Put some footage of my husband wearing them. He didn't want to model them, static photos. He's fine with static photos, but no modeling. So I'm really pleased with them. They came out really well. The only thing I'd maybe say is they're a bit wide on the leg, and I did reduce them a bit as well. But pockets in the back with buttons and these amazing side pockets for in a drink bottle even. You can put anything in there. I managed to find some buttons to go with it, which is always a bit difficult. But a well-known shop of ours that I get a load of clothes from, I always buy, well, I used to buy a lot of clothes from them. I always used to take the buttons out, the spare buttons you get. So I had enough to use 3. So they look exactly right and they've got the brand on. So that's that. That was the shorts. I also made I've been making a t-shirt for my daughter, and I made 3 now of these ones with the gathered bottom. I finished that for her. I'll show that to you. Really pleased with that. I've really cracked that now. If she wants another one, then I just used a basic t-shirt pattern about 1 inch below the waist. I chopped off, added this peplum gathered bottom, and it's great. She loves them. So that's it. I've made 3 for her now, so I have a break from doing that. But I did get a chance to make the Burda pattern for the t-shirt that I was wearing last week with the flutter sleeves. So I am really, really pleased with that. And that was the Burda pattern. Sorry, I dropped it on the floor. Burda pattern 6329. Now, somebody asked me about Burda instructions. They are tiny, as I've said before. The pictures are good. I'm not so sure about the instructions, and I'm really not sure about the way. I mean, this came together really, really quickly because it's raglan style sleeves with the flutter sleeve, so that's super quick. And just a couple of pleats on the front, but it's the neck binding that took me twice as long as anything else. In fact, I had to redo it. I did not like the instructions for it. I just, in the end, applied it like a bias binding tape. So I managed to make that, so I'm really pleased with that one. Now, last week when we were away, we had lunch somewhere, and by chance, purely by chance, it was next to a fabric shop, which I didn't know about. So I managed to buy some pieces of fabric. I managed to get hold of this. Now, this is a really light viscose, and I've been looking for something to create this one that I bought a couple of weeks ago. It was in a charity shop. It's just a sarong thing. It's like a beach cover-up. And I wanted the perfect fabric for it, but this is the perfect fabric. I know it's a tiny bit dark, but the good thing about it, it's more or less the same on both sides. And with something like that, you didn't want a viscose chalet where you got the white bit underneath. So this is what I've got left of it, because I've already cut this out, and this is my project to make for this week. So it just feels beautiful. I think it's just a viscose chalet, but I was really pleased that it was woven, so it's got the same pattern on both sides. So I'm really pleased about that. I also bought 2 other bits of fabric, and I know I said I wasn't going to make anything more for my grandsons for a while, but when you find fabric like this, you can't resist it. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Starfish, octopus, crab. That is the most fun print I've seen in a long time. So I'm going to make a t-shirt out of that, obviously. I only got half a metre of that. And then if you buy for one, you've got to buy for the other. So I found this shark print. He loves sharks. He loves sea animals, basically. So that's for the older one, but he's going to love that. So this time, because of my lesson last time, we're buying just half a metre. I bought 3/4 of a metre. So should have a fair bit left over from that one. Now, I haven't got much time left to sew before I go away on holiday, and we have got visitors this weekend. But 2 things I want to try and make is, apart from that sarong, so that's 3 things. I've got a lot of structured shorts out of linen, but I want a pair of floppy kind of jersey shorts. And I have used this pattern several times before. It's Simplicity 1887, very popular pattern. I've made the long trousers before. They look awful in the photo, but in fact they are very good. And I have made the shorts before in chambray, I think. But I want to, because it's for stretch and for woven, I'm going to try and make a pair of jersey kind of shorts. The only colour I had in my stash was this. I know it's a bit random and a bit bright, but it is the most beautiful. It's like a viscose jersey, but it's slightly marl. I don't know if you can see that. So it's not a solid colour. I think it would just be a nice floppy short just for slobbing around in, really. But I know it's a random colour, but I'm going to have a go at making that. It is normally a quick pattern to do. The only thing is, it all wants you to put 2 channels of elastic in it. sometimes I cheat and just do a wider one, because feeding elastic, even though I've got the correct tools to do it, it can be challenging with jersey. So I might just cheat and do the one bit of elastic on that. Now also, this is going to make you laugh. I have a hat I made a couple of years ago. You're going to laugh when you see it. It doesn't matter. I'm on holiday. I only wear it on holiday or in the garden. Doesn't really suit me, but it's nice and floppy. And here it is. As you can see, it needs to be just a bit bigger, I think, maybe the brim, but it's very, very floppy. So I want to have a go at making another hat. So I came across this pattern, which I thought looked just the thing. Simplicity 9030. And that looked like a bucket hat. Looked very similar in the picture. But only when I got the instructions out and actually saw, so that's the picture, and that is the drawing. It looks like a bell. I really don't know what that's going to look like, so I'm not sure. This was a pattern I downloaded. I think it was a child's pattern. I just made it bigger. And then I came across a pattern that I'd obviously photocopied out of a magazine before. These 3 bits here to make the hat, but I actually haven't got the instructions. I could probably work it out, but I can't remember how big it's for or anything, the size. So if I don't get it done, then this hat, this embarrassing hat, will be going with me on my holiday. I plan to use, I have got a bit of denim left over from something, I can't remember what, pair of shorts I think. And then I was going to put, I've got this beautiful chambray that I made a couple of things out of. I think I made a skirt last summer out of it. So I was going to do that for the inside. If I can get it right, it should look nice, but I'm really not sure on this. I just feel conned. I mean, none of those shapes look particularly attractive, especially not that. It reminds me of something from Thoroughly Modern Millie, that film that was based in the 1920s. That's what that cloche hat, that's what it reminds me of. So that's what I'm going to try and do next week. Now, we did have, thank you everyone for saying about have a good weekend. We did have a good weekend. We spent time at the New Inn in Gloucester, and that was brilliant. It brought back so many memories. I can't tell you. I mean, I was 17 when I worked there, and I think I went back when I was 18. And as I said before, it was an ancient building. It's 600 years old, and I never appreciated the history behind it when I worked there. There were signs everywhere saying about ghosts and watch out for this and watch out for that. This only thing that kept us awake at night was not ghosts or other guests. It was seagulls. Outside of our window was a nest with 3 baby seagulls, don't know what you call them, which was so cute, but the mother would come all through the night, squawking, 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 and they are so loud. So that kept us awake rather than the ghosts. Now, Gloucester, where we were staying, isn't even near the sea. It is on the, there is some docks, so it is on the top of an estuary. But come on now, seagulls, they're everywhere now. So it just drove us mad. But we had a great time. It was great to be there, lovely memories. And I'll put a little bit of footage of just a quick walk round just to give you a feeling of the place. So that's more or less it from next week. I'm going to do those things, get ready for my holiday. The weekend we've got a lot of family coming, and I have to say that last week I said, please give us some heat for summer. We have heat. This week is getting hotter and hotter, and I know that a lot of you in America will just laugh because it's not even 80 degrees, but we're finding it so warm. Country even put out heat warnings. Crazy. We just can't deal with it over here. But thank you, whoever sent us some beautiful sunshine and the warmth, because it is now warm and I can actually manage to get out my favourite dress. Now, this was a dress that I was put onto by Jen from Jen's Sewing Room. It was her one and only favourite, Simplicity 8640. She's made this multiple times. This was made last year in a viscose chalet, so it was lovely and light. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Chat with me in the comments and look forward to seeing you next week, just before I go. Bye-bye. Just a footnote to my video. This is the first time I've worn a microphone. It's to kind of stop a bit of the echoing that's been going on. I'm really sorry. I'm such an amateur. I think I keep hitting it. I rustle it. My hair knocks it. So apologies for any sound interference. Thank you.